Welcome back. Today is day 23 of the challenge, and I hope you're ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead and kick the shoes off and meet me on the mat. We're going to start out with the feet spaced out a good ways, and we're going to go into that kind of circular squat that we have done many a times now. I'm going to start out going left to right, but feel free to start either direction. Just synchronizing your breath. You can notice that I'm already starting to rotate a little bit. We eventually want this to turn into more of a spiral rather than just a circle. And as you feel able to, as your hips start to warm up a little bit, I realize it's the first thing of the day, so your hips might not be warm yet, but as they do start to warm up, we want our hands to eventually be brushing the ground. That would be kind of where we're going with the movement. All right, I'm going to go the other direction now. Focus on your breath. Try to keep your posture relatively upright. Keep going, you're doing great. Try to get as deep as you can as your hips start to warm up. Hopefully you're able to get a little deeper. All right, you can rest. We're gonna take it into a little hop, but it's gonna be like a skip in place. So one knee is gonna come up, the opposite arm is up. We did this as a marching movement, but today we're doing it as a jumping movement. So the movement's gonna look like this. It's like you're skipping in place. And each time you do it, trying to really drive the knee up, make sure you're landing at least a little soft on the ball of the foot. And you can play around with it a little bit if you want to move backwards, move forwards, move sideways. Just play with the diversity a little bit. So as you can see, I'm kind of adding another bounce. Kind of go a little bit faster, a little bit faster. Okay, you're just adding a little bit more dynamic to it. Now we're going to take it out and we're going to go into a, kind of played around with the movement a while back where we're kind of doing a version of a jumping jack. I'm not entirely sure if we've done jumping jacks yet. So that's where we're going next. So just bringing it out to here. We're not going to go all the way overhead, at least not yet. Just going to come to here and then back in. Try and stay on the balls of your feet. Try to stay relaxed with pretty much everything but your feet. Let's go a little faster. Keep going, keep going. You're doing great, doing great. Almost there. Three, 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 two, two, and rest. Okay, hopefully getting the heart rate spiking a little bit. You can take a second if you need to pause the video even. Allow your heart rate to slow down. Allow your breathing to slow down a little bit. We're going to take it into a slightly slower movement pattern next. We're going to take it a widened stance out, going back to a lower body movement. We're going to keep that really wide stance and we're just going to go up and down. So I'm going down just as deep as you're able to go here and then back up. I want you to hang out in the bottom for at least a second. Really focus on getting your breath to synchronize slowing your heart rate down a little bit, allowing your posture to stay relatively upright. It's okay if you incline forward a little bit. All right, you can rest. Nice, nice. And then we're going to take it into or to the ground. So you can come on down. We a lot of times have worked these in the warm-ups, but today we're working it more in the workout where we're going to take it into some swivels. So the knees are coming up and back down. So now I'm pointing this direction, pointing this direction. Try to allow for the hips to rotate. You can kind of take a pause each time the knees come down. You want to try to sit into the movement a little bit. Just getting the hips moving in a good way. All right, we're going to stay on the ground here, staying in kind of the same position. We worked this recently. You're going to extend this back leg out and then swing it out in front of you. So I'm here, extending out, bringing it out in front, bringing it around, then gently tapping this knee. And especially right now, because the movement's going to feel very new, unless you've worked this with me before, you feel free to lean your way as much as you need to, even putting your hands down. So doing the movement more like this if you need to allow for a good amount of assistance. But even if you are doing that, I want you to really focus on keeping it to where the movement is extending out as much as you can laterally before bringing it out in front. And try to lift the leg as much as you can in the front of the body. And again, you're trying to just let the knee tap. You're trying not to actually set it down. Let's go for one more rep here. Nice. Okay, you can rest. Shake that out a little bit if you need to, and then let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Same applies if you need to keep your hands down. More than likely, one side is going to feel significantly easier than the other. It's pretty normal. Most people have a significant asymmetry in their hips. Just try to work with it as best you can. Try to create as much symmetry as you can. All right, so I'm flexing this back foot, extending out, and bringing it out in front. Notice when the leg comes out in front, I'm trying to sit into the movement. If you feel like you're already leaning or you're staying leaning, like you're doing one of these numbers, it means you're not completing the movement. You want to fully sit and bring it back out and around. It's going to ensure that we get full range from the hip. After this one, we'll try it for 2 more reps because I know you're loving it so much. All right, you can rest. And we're going to stay on the ground here. We're going to take it into you can think about this as a progression or a regression, depending on where you're at. But we're going to bring the feet out to an extended position. You're going to lift your legs and then bring your feet back as tight in as you can. Try to gently set them down, bring it back, extend it out, and sit it back up. And each time you do that, the goal is to try and control the movement as much as possible. So I'm lifting, reaching, setting down. And if you have a really hard time with this, there's a couple of ways you can adjust it. The easiest one would be just to slide the feet. So not even picking the feet up, but just allowing for the feet to slide on the ground. And if you have a really easy time with this, it doesn't feel hard enough, you can always adjust it to where you are lifting with one leg, bringing it back, and then lifting with the other, and then doing the same thing out. And this is one that the first time you do it, it might even feel easier, but doing multiple reps, you'll find that you're going to fatigue the legs a lot faster going one leg at a time. So just an adjustment if you want something a bit harder. But I think for the majority of people, this will be one that you can still work with no matter what your skill level is, either the slide or the lift. And at this point, you probably start to feel your hips a good bit. It's a good sign, feeling it in your hips. You can go ahead and come out of that. We're going to stay on the ground here, and we're going to go back to a position that should feel very familiar now, which is this figure four. We've done this a handful of times, and we're going to get a little bit further with the way we approach this movement. So we have done this a couple of different ways. Today, we are doing it like a forward reach. So you can kind of watch the entirety of the movement first. I'm going to rock back, come up, and try and reach as far forward as I can, like I'm trying to grab something. Come back to here, sit down, come all the way back, and rock back. So again, I'm up, and I'm reaching back, down. And if you're not quite ready to take it to that extreme, just feel free to make the movement a little smaller. But sometimes making the movement a little bigger can actually make it feel easier. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a harder movement just because it's a bigger movement. Excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and take a pause on that side. I'll flip it around. So just to kind of show you again from top down, you're trying to form a four, the number four with your legs. And then from there, bringing this foot in just a little bit. And then from here, I'm going to rock back, come up, and reach forward. And one side almost always will feel a little better, a little more open than the other. Just means whatever side feels a little weaker at first, just see if you can get a few more reps on that side. Try and create a little counterbalance. I will warn you, or not warn you, but I will tell you that the nice thing about working these single leg or even opposite side movements is things will naturally balance themselves out once you isolate to one side and just work on it. So you don't necessarily have to do more reps on the quote unquote weaker side. All right, let's go one more. All right, you can rest. And then we're going to take it back up to standing when you're ready and do a little bit more. So coming back up, we've done some different versions of this. Today we're going to be trying to bring the feet a little bit together, but not completely. And we're going to go into a deep knee bend. So my heels are going to be up. I'm going to try to go all the way down to a seated position. And then from here, trying to make my way back up. And if you're not able to get up from the deepest part of the movement, just only go as far as you can with still being able to get back up. So again, heels up. Where a lot of people struggle with this movement pattern is that they tend to not allow the knees to go as far forward as they actually need to go to keep you upright. So if you find yourself kind of feeling like you're falling backwards, it's a good sign that your knees are not actually going forward in the ways that would allow your hips or your body to stay straight. When I say straight, I mean vertical, not horizontal. Make sure you're controlling it. You're not falling out of it. If you feel like you're falling out of it, just shorten that range of motion a little bit. Let's try for one more rep with good control. Nice. Okay. Okay. We're moving with good intention here. We're now going to do a lateral shift from side to side in that deeper squat position. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds or so just to allow your body to reset a bit. So we're going to go out a little wider. So once we're down in it, we're going to stay down in it. Ready in 3, 2, 1, and we're down, and we're extending one leg and then extending the other. Good. Keep going. You're doing great. Try to just keep kind of embracing the difficulty of it. You're doing great. Focus on your breath. Keep moving. Keep moving. You're doing good. Doing good. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. All right. Shake it out. Doing incredibly well. And then we're going to come back down to the ground. All right, we've worked a fair amount of side planks. That's where we're going again. So I know that's not everyone's favorite, but it is a very, very important movement in your own movement development. It's also a really important movement when it comes to building good control, building good isometric movement. You can think about it as learning how to stay present in difficulty or in discomfort. Okay, so I'm going to extend the leg out. And then we're going to go for it. I'm going to give you another second or two. Kind of get into the side plank position. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and hold. Just breathe. Try to focus on your breath. Good. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with me. We're almost there. Almost there. Whoa. I'm about falling out of it too. All right, we're almost there. We're going to end in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, nice. All right, that's a tough one. I'll give you a little bit of time to reset. You can even pause the video if you need a little more time. Take a couple of deep breaths here, and then we're going to go flipping it around to the other side. Still on the hand here, fingers pointed in the same direction, or you can kind of think about it the opposite direction as where your body's pointed. We're going to go again in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Try to keep your head somewhat neutral. Trying to really stay into the structure of what you created here. Try not to move much. Try to be present in the discomfort. Don't run away from it. Try to face it. We're doing good. We're doing good. A little bit more time. Just stay with me here. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Well done. Well done. Doing excellent. We're going to come back up to standing when you're ready. You've been doing incredible. Today is definitely, I would say, slightly harder. Yesterday and today have definitely been slightly more intense, but you're doing really well. You're making it. We're going to come back up to the upper body. We're going to get a little bit of a more relaxed movement here. We're going to take it into an arm swing. You can kind of sit back into the movement a little bit, soften, and allow for your arms to kind of shake out all that tension that you just built up. Just going forward and backward, trying to synchronize your breath. Now keep going with this same thing, but we're going to go up and around and then back down. Up and around, back down. Try to keep your head up. It's easy to want to look down here. And keep the movement as small as you need to, depending on what your neck and shoulders will allow. It's not about trying to go to the furthest extent of what you've seen someone else do. It's about just gently trying to go to your own end range, which might look quite different from what you've seen me do or what you've seen someone else do. All right, now we're going to go the opposite way. We're going to go out and around. Same thing, try to keep your head neutral. All right, you can relax. You can kind of let the arms settle. Take a couple of deep breaths. Great job showing up for yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.